y'all? Welcome back. It's Ars. Let's get productive. So today I want to bring a plugin to you guys that you might have seen on your Instagram accounts, your Facebook accounts. It's been kind of popping up everywhere. I noticed it on Instagram and I wanted to check it out mainly because of the sounds that were being played. It's an upright piano style plugin with a bunch of presets in it that sound amazing, and there's a lot of cool effects in it to really take it to the next level. The name of the plugin is Shearwater Piano, and it's by a company I believe is named Imagiro. I might be pronouncing that wrong, but I believe it's Imagiro. And in the ad, the sounds just sounded really cool, really euphoric sounding and spacey and grand, but the sample of the piano itself sounded so live and so real. I just really wanted to check it out. I went over to the website and I was pleasantly surprised that you can actually demo the plugin for 2 weeks for free. So all of you guys out there, right off the bat, that's a win because you can check out the plugin without having to necessarily spend money on it. So without wasting any more time, we're gonna get right into it. Imagiro, Shearwater Piano. Let's see what this thing is all about. So as always, I have Logic queued up and this is Shearwater Piano. Now, like I said, this thing was modeled after an upright piano, so it has that live, authentic upright piano sound, but Imagiro did some really cool things to the piano while sampling it to really give it some interesting textures, and we're gonna go over some of that. This is not one of those piano plugins that only come with like 3 piano sounds and they sound really, really good, but that's all you really have to play around with. They really gave you just the right amount of effects and really cool mic placements in regards to how it was recorded to allow you to change the sound a lot and really develop some cool presets. And it comes loaded up with a bunch of presets already. So if you hit this bottom section right down here, as you can see, there's a bunch of different presets in the factory area and in the artist area. It's a lot to go through before you even start messing around with the piano itself. Now, if we take a look at the UI, it's really clean looking, really, really dope UI. I love how it has that kind of artistic look to it, but a very simple UI. And as you go through the 3 different types of pianos that were recorded, so like I said, they had an upright piano recorded, and this tape version is more of a lo-fi sounding piano, and this paper version of the piano was recorded with them doing some interesting things to the strings inside of the piano, putting tape over the strings while recording it to give it a kind of a plucky kind of sound. So there's 3 different types of pianos in here recorded in 3 different ways, and you can play around with those tones. As you switch through the 3 different pianos, you'll notice the UI changes a little bit, and it's really cool looking. If I was to play the tape version of this, piano right here, you'll notice that the gears kind of spin inside of this thing. And one of the really cool things I noticed about this plugin that really made me like it, it's a small detail, but it's a detail that matters. If you use some of the effects inside of this thing, like the noise effect, and you turn that up, say you was to turn this noise effect up a little bit, that hissing sound that you're hearing is gonna stop on its own. See? It doesn't keep playing the whole time, even when you're not using the piano. And that's really cool because not only can that get a little bit annoying, but it's a little difficult to work with sometimes. So I like that the sample kind of stops playing on its own. Down here at the bottom, depending on which one of these pianos you select, the effects kind of change a little bit. So if you select this first piano, which is just like the basic upright piano, you have a clarity effect right here, and you have a room effect, and you can widen the stereo field and make it sound like it's in a bigger room. And it's very, very live sounding. I love that. But you can also click over here in this section right here where it says Pro, and you can adjust the different mic levels individually, and that will help you get a different sound as well out of that piano. So like I said, you can really dive into the settings and really get an interesting tone to your piano and kind of really make it your own. Over here on the effects side, you have wobble and you have pad, so you can turn up the wobble. And you have pad, which basically sounds kind of like an attack fader. You turn that up and it kind of turns it into a pad sound. And you have your output section where you can adjust the gain and you can adjust the width of the sound. Now, if you go back over and change it from regular upright piano to the tape piano, which has a lot of warmth, this piano was recorded through actual tape machines, so it gives it that kind of tone. You click on that, you'll notice that the features change a little bit right here. This right here is more like a bit crusher section. It's lo-fi and it kind of mangles your sound a little bit. And you can turn the lo-fi up. And you also have this tone fader right here, which will allow you to change the overall tone of the piano itself. So as you can hear, we haven't even gone through the presets yet, and the pianos, just the 3 pianos and what you could do with those 3 pianos already sound amazing. All of the samples are multi-sampled, so, the harder you hit the keys, it changes the sound of the piano, like the velocity, and it's just really, really cool sounding. If you go down here to paper, this changes again, and you can play around with the different mics to change the tone of it altogether, but this is what the paper one sounds like. And then again, you can play around with the tone and the clarity and the room size and the mics a little bit, the mic levels. And the paper piano is a little bit more plucky sounding. And that's basically it as far as what's happening in the UI and how you use this thing. It's a really simple plugin, really straightforward, which is something I really love about this thing because you can get a great sound without having to go crazy with this. But right down here, you can go through your preset section. You click on that. You go over here. I'm going to start off with factory. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to go through some of the presets inside of this thing. I'm not going to go through every single one, but we're going to go through some of them, and I'm going to let you hear what this thing comes loaded up with right off the bat. So we're going to start off with number 1, basic lo-fi. And I'm going to just keep going through them. So we're going to just keep clicking different ones and hear what they sound like. And I'm going to go right up here to artists and click on some of these. So yeah, that was just some of the sounds inside of this plugin. And, it's really cool that with just 3 different recorded pianos, you can get some really cool textures and a really interesting sound out of your piano. Now, what I'm going to do real quick, just to show you how you can mess around with these pianos to get different sounds out of it, I'm going to just play around with this first piano right here and change it so you can hear a before and after using the effects. So let's just play around with this for a little bit for a sec. So you can really change the tone and really change the whole character of the piano. So let's listen to the before and the after. So this is that piano. This is that first piano before I made any changes to it. And this is after I made changes to it. Just a really great sounding piano. Not a whole bunch of fluff and a whole bunch of effects and knobs, but just really clean sounding. And like I said, you can pick up the demo version just to play around with it and see if it's something you like. And I love the fact that it's not one of those things that when I pick up the demo version, I got to worry about when the demo's done. It's going to cost me $200 just to maintain the beats that I made with it. Like, it's only $32. It looked like it was on a sale for $32, but it might be one of those type of sales that, like, it's on sale. You know what I mean? It's not really on sale. But even if it goes up, the number that I saw next to it was like $40. It's still a really great price for the sound that you get out of this piano. Now, what I want to do right now is jump right into the cookup. I want to show you guys a beat I made using this piano. Really simple beat, but it sounds good just because of the plugin. So let's get that up right there. So let's check this beat out. So yeah, that's it. That's the beat that I made using Shearwater piano. Now, like I said, just a really clean, live sounding piano that gives you everything you need to just make just the right adjustments to it to either give it a lo-fi feel, a very ambient feel, or just a straightforward, strong sounding upright piano. It sounds really clean, it sounds really good, and I don't really see a lot of people talking about it, which is one of the reasons why I wanted to bring it to this channel. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Is this something you can see yourself adding to the arsenal? As always, if there's any plugins you'd like to see me check out, leave it down in the comment section below. You can also follow me on Instagram. It's at Arsiney Music, ARSINEY music, and hit up the DMs. Let me know if there's any plugins you want to see me bring to the channel. If you're new to this channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on your notifications so you can stay notified anytime I drop a new video, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.